Now we have to be
Son of a
creative
bitch.
for once, though.
Ah,
Creative furries? What?
No, no such
Dude,
thing.
wait, sorry. Do you see me? I am half black and half white.
I
You
love
are.
being creative. Green is not a creative color though.
Green is
What's creative
not
what?
a creative color.
If you're black, white, or any of the three primary colors, you're not creative. Them's the breaks.
Oh, you know, I'm guessing that Solus does not understand the reference I'm making.
I understand the reference you're making.
I knew you did. I could tell.
I
By,
do.
oh, well, I didn't give Landon any pride stuff. Wait, didn't I once? Like, don't you have a little pride outfit?
He's got the arm
No,
sleeves.
you made me a business suit for the
Oh.
executive producer episode.
Put that shit on. that's pride as
Business
fuck.
suits are kind of hot. I mean, bark.
What?
Just throw a
Yeah.
fucking P&G bandana on him. There you go. Hold on.
Just put something
I got
fucking
you.
gay on them.
I got you. Hold on.
Just move the Zoid over to him. That's gay as hell.
Just put
Zoids.
Misha on me. Ayo.
Hey,
Oh, we're, yeah, like tiny Argo. That'd be gay.
little goot. Yeah.
Patreon
Hold
service
on.
to the max right there.
Okay.
God damn.
For $1,000 a month, after 12 months, you can spend one night in a hotel room with.
I mean.
That'd be to be fair, that'd be $12,000. That'd be fucking wild. So here's the
Big
thing.
fan.
Do you want
Not
the
to start
Roblox
beef,
one?
but there was a certain furry YouTuber who in their Patreon did actually have that as one of their rewards, and it was redeemed once to my knowledge.
I remember you talking about this, and I know exactly who you're talking about. I won't say it, but
Yeah, wild.
Oh my God, it's a web
talking
page.
about too.
this one says I've got two moms. Do you want that one? I give you that one.
You have two moms.
Sure.
Sure.
No,
All
but I'm a two mom kind of guy.
Two mom kind of guy. I love it.
Well, while you're figuring that shit out, welcome on in the Bark Meow, the producer episode.
The producer episode. Do we have a topic for today?
I don't.
I don't know. It's the last week of gay month.
It is the
Yep,
last week.
this
of
will
Gay
be
Month.
coming out literally a handful of days before the July.
Widowy.
What do
Proud
we-
pet. That's a good
Whoa.
one
You
for
guys,
you, right?
are you guys going to your local prides?
I
I
did
am
a
not.
couple days ago. Actually,
Yeah,
yesterday.
how was it?
It was a lot of fun. It was smaller than my hometown's Pride because I live in a different town now. But it was a lot of fun. We just kind of like walked around, got a few pictures, which I will show right now, which I'll send to you guys because they're super cute. Landon's seen them because Landon's in my.
I can't
server.
believe
You guys
I
are
can't
also in
believe
my
you ha-
server, but can't believe
Just
what.
I can't believe you didn't send them to the chat. My
I am
feelings are hurt.
sorry.
Yeah, what a friend.
I am a friend.
Oh yeah, I
Gary.
did
There
see
they all
these
are.
before.
You did.
I saw the
They're
Blue
in the
Sky post, I
Telegram.
think.
Yeah,
I think
Um,
Argo mentioned this is like one of the first times he went public suiting.
it is.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't see a
Oh my
lot of
God, it's a
Argo
webby.
suit pics, so.
He's been busy with stuff, so he hasn't really had the chance or felt up to suiting. But
Fair enough.
yeah. But
I just
hoping
meant in
that's-
general.
Yeah. He got the suit right before that whole thing, so he hasn't really had. And like we haven't really had any IRL suiting opportunities per se
Because of said thing too.
because of said
That has
thing and just like
restricted a lot of shit.
yeah.
Hi.
Like we're gonna go to AC though.
Antrocon. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I think my people that were gonna bring my stuff are no longer going because they don't have the funds to go. So I think I am fucked.
Your stuff like
Yeah.
Yes.
oh okay.
Same boat here.
You could
So I'm
probably
pretty sure.
wait, Landon, are you
I'm
gonna be at
going-
AC?
No, I was really hoping I could like manage to like maybe go for just like a day, but like I'm broke as hell. There's no way.
Yeah, I might just have to arrive at said place, and it's very highly looking like once I get to my hotel room that I'm going to have to like order Instacart or something and try and get shit.
Can you Instacart? Can you Instacart weed?
No, but booze.
No, I'm gonna try to get booze. At
Oh,
the
okay.
minimum.
Because I was gonna say, I'm probably gonna end up with more stuff than I can. This one says Pride Puppy. That's so cute, but it's not a PNG. Anyway, I'm probably gonna like end up with more than I can have in 5 days. So like, I could probably hook you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm not even sure I'm like 1,000% wanting to do anyways, because like I get really fucked up.
Oh, I'm gonna. Dude, shit's been
Amphicon
whacked
was
the past
hard.
few months. I'm going hard at AC.
Brother, when you
if
said
it
there's a
kills me, I
topic
go out
today,
swinging.
you said is there a topic today, and I gotta be like, dude, the last few days, I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, been, yeah.
There's just so much happening right now to where I'm just like.
Well, to answer Ruby's earlier question about like local Pride events, I actually went to North Jersey Pride like last week, and I actually met up with Carnelian Fox there, and he got me this cute little sushi dog, and we just kind of walked around the festival. It was actually really nice for a free festival, but there was music playing and like other stuff, but it was pretty cool. It was just nice to see him and hang out for a bit.
I always forget you guys live close enough to like actually
do fun
see each other
things.
more than once a year. There's a harness that says Buddy the dog. We got to get him back on.
Buddy.
Like an actual like
Yeah, it's
service
kind of
animal
funny.
bandana, not like.
I didn't know Carnelian lived in Jersey until the roast episode when he happened to like offhandedly mention it in like a joke, and then I started hitting him up. I'm like, "You're in Jersey too?" And he's like, "Yeah." And we just like that's how I got him to like show up at one of my music fests.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Damn it! I'm also finding so many bandanas, but no Pride ones. Just
I'm finding all of them are fucking web peas. You might have to wear an Angels one. I'm sorry. No, it's a web pea. All right, I'm giving up. Landon,
You're just not gay.
the socks will have to do
I
it.
might just have to like look for the. Where did I send this picture?
You're good.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm having trouble finding the dog.
I would just make one, but if I dare to open Photoshop on this computer, the whole thing will crash.
Oh no. But yeah, so obviously there's a very, very large shape, like a very large elephant in the room that we are going to avoid. Cause the world's been a little crazy the past couple days, and
What elephant? What happened?
No.
Oh God.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Ruby. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
There's no war in Boxing Say.
There's no war in Bossing Say. Oh, we've had the music playing this whole time. Sorry.
I'll just say, Ruby, do you actually not know, or?
Yeah, I've been like in Disneyland and shit.
Oh, all right.
And adopting a dog. Yeah.
We bombed Iran.
Oh yeah, how is
in
Disney?
behalf of Israel.
We bombed Iran?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're technically in a war now.
Yeah.
Oh my, a lot of stuff makes sense. Also, I don't think you need to cut that. I think just saying the news is not that
I
bad.
just don't want to fucking talk about it, man. It's just
Well,
so fucking scary
this
now.
is a news channel, allegedly.
We are not a new. We've gotten so much shit wrong over the years.
That's true.
Well, sure, but so has every news channel.
Fair.
That's also true.
I can't even like be like
we're journalists.
I think the problem is we're less biased than most news stations.
Oh yeah, we don't spread enough propaganda.
Yeah, you guys should. Bark.
I think we're just
Everyone
willing to
should
admit
bark.
to be wrong, and we're also willing to be like, oh, hang on, don't quote me on that, but
Yeah, don't quote me on that. Holds so much power. 'Cause it's like
I will say that. Oh yeah, I will say this though. We are definitely biased, but
a little bit.
I like to think we're not biased in the sense that we just want good for the world.
I think no
he
matter
says wearing
what,
a bandana. Biased.
There seems to be some
okay.
motherfuckers that want to see this world burn right now, and it's getting kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I had a friend text me, and I can't say his job for privacy, but he texted me like 2 weeks ago saying, "Oh no, my life is about to get way more complicated." And I said, "How come?" And he said, "I can't tell you." And I said, "Uh-oh," because I knew what that meant.
Uh-oh.
So that tracks.
So, what was I gonna say? Oh, you brought up Solace wearing the bi flag, and that reminded me. I heard just an absolute dog water description of bisexual versus pansexual at Pride, by a furry nonetheless. We've talked about a couple times like the difference between pan and bi and how we see it. And this person was saying that like bisexual does not include trans people. And that is
you're
not
wrong.
correct. Yeah, that was
Yes,
like
you're
that is
100%
not
misconception.
they were
Bi
very wrong.
means you are attracted to multiple genders. Pansexual means you are attracted regardless of gender. That is
Yes.
like the textbook, simple, clean cut, easy peasy way to look at that.
Like,
See, I was
and-
confused. So I was confused because in that exact, so what you're saying, Misha, that's originally why I thought I needed to switch from bi, was because I didn't think it was trans inclusive.
yeah, it's not correct.
Right.
Yeah, that
So
is
that's what I
some
thought.
weird pop. That's like when people are like, "Oh, bisexual." Saying you're a lesbian if you've had sex with a man is lesbian erasure. No, it's fucking not.
Right.
Oh god, that's the other thing. I think
God.
Salas saw my TikTok about it. I've been on a very niche side of TikTok that I have no stake in. It's literally
I saw
been
something,
like,
yeah.
no, I've been on the side of TikTok that is like, can trans men or trans mask people be lesbians? And I need to remind TikTok that I am a gay cis man. All three of those counter. I'm not legally allowed to have an opinion on this, and just 90% of my feed, like yesterday, was on this topic of people giving points on both sides. And it's like, I don't fucking know. I am not allowed to speak about any of this. I can't give an opinion on this because I have not experienced an ounce of womanhood, you know? So this is not my fight to fight. It was just like, get me off of this side of TikTok, please. I have zero stake in this matter.
I'm gonna go grab my phone because I have to look this up. But there is, and I can speak on this because not only
you are the one person in the room that can speak on this.
Not only was I born with a vagina, I kiss girls sometimes. So, and I'm trans. So I've got the most fucking. But hang on, because I got some stakes with this one. Let me go grab my phone.
So
Ruby said
I think what people get caught up on is that if somebody says they're a lesbian, that for some reason some people believe that means you have to be open to kissing all girls no matter what.
Solace,
It's
buddy.
like, no, people are allowed to have preference.
Solace, you're also a cis man.
Yeah.
we don't have stake in this matter, man.
I mean,
just
it, like,
saying
kinda-
what I've like seen from the concepts, right?
Okay, fair. It's just like,
And
Well,
I
it's
think
like-
people forget like preference does, because like
If you are
Mhm.
if you are excluding a woman because of her genitalia, then unfortunately that is transphobic.
that is transphobic.
If you are excluded, if you're a lesbian and you like to kiss women and you liked everything about this girl and found out let's say she even had bottom surgery. You liked everything about this girl but found out she used to be, or she was born a man, then you are transphobic. That is not a preference issue. If you think to yourself, oh, I like women, but I only like women who were born that way, you're transphobic. If you meet a girl and you vibe but you're not into her and she happens to be trans, that's not transphobic.
Yeah, no.
yeah, it gets into the slope of this is where I'm trying to ask questions where, like, so say they say, you know, oh, hey, I'm a lesbian. They do vibe with somebody, but they happen to be a trans person, so without having bottom surgery done yet, and they're like, no, I just can't do that.
If that's the
it depends on
only
what you
reason,
mean.
Like
Well,
they
it
don't
depends
want
on what-
anything to do with a dick. Period.
That is a, like, you need to look in yourself, man, because people are people, and that's something wrong. There's some internal stuff going on with you that I think you have to address. Because yeah, there is a type of person that just is like, they don't want to be like, they don't want to touch a penis. But in my opinion, those people tend to be a little bit immature or they tend to have personal, deep-rooted biases, like, oh, penis bad, penis scary. And you can have it for hundreds of reasons. Like, let's say, let's get deep in the sauce for a second. Let's say you're a cis female and you consider yourself bisexual. We won't even say lesbian. You consider yourself bisexual. You meet this girl, you really like her, the pants come off, and you can't do it. That's not transphobic. That's trauma.
Yeah.
But if you sit there and you tell other girls, I am only into cis girls, you are transphobic.
I'm just gonna nod my head because again, I have zero stake in this matter.
Because there's you cannot tell me you've seen every penis. You cannot tell me you even know what a trans lady's penis looks like. And if you have that much of a weird obsession with them, again, that sounds like a personal issue that you got to look down on. People deal with this stuff all the time. Where my girlfriend, I love everything about her, but she gained a little bit of weight. Are you fat phobic? Maybe that's something we got to talk about, dog.
Yeah.
And the reverse is the same too. I could be a gay man, but I hate titties. Fucking hate titties.
Well,
that's a body issue, dude. You gotta kind of work on that.
I've actually heard and seen this in the furry fandom itself, where there are gay guys that are like, "Oh my god, vagina literally scares me," and they make the worst comments about it.
Yeah, that's gross. That's gross behavior on your part. You cannot say people's bodies are gross. Period.
No, God, no. You can have a preference. You just I don't think that can be the only thing that rules out whether or not you want to
Okay.
Because I have preferences, but
me too.
I'll try. I'll give it the old college try.
Exactly. I even have preferences with certain types of vaginas. I think some look prettier than others. That is a preference.
Yeah.
And you can even have hard no preferences, there's one thing, there's just a few things I'm not into. But when it comes to a type of body, including skin, genitalia, things you can't control, if you do have a preconceived prejudice, that's something you got to look into and really figure out if you have a prejudice or not. And I know that's even a scary thing to say, because it's I'm not transphobic if I'm just too afraid of penises. I'm not going to tell you're transphobic, but I will say you might want to just think about that a little harder. But if you'd say, I don't have sex with trans women, point blank, that is transphobic.
Yeah.
I'm a lesbian, but not with trans women. That's internalized transphobic. And honestly, I see it in the gay community too. I'm a trans dude sometimes, when I'm allowed to be. And I've had it's okay. I've had gay guys be like, "Oh, you don't have a dick." Well, in some of my fursuits, I don't like telling people that they're me. I've got quite a few secret suits, and they're all fucking dudes, because I don't like people, especially online, asking for dick pics, and then and I don't really send pictures out ever. But if I say, "Oh, I don't even have a dick," then all of a sudden they're grossed out by me. That sucks too, man. That the reverse is also true.
Yeah, it's crazy how much internalized misogyny we see in both the gay community, the pup community as well, and furry in general, where it's I just see so many jokes of ew, vaginas, bleh, and it's hey, that there's a whole ass person with feelings attached, to people are gonna see that. People born AFAB are gonna see that, and that's really shitty that you're saying that about a whole group of people based on one body part. And it's you can have preferences about it, you can 100%. Be I'm not, I personally but you can't sit there and just demonize an entire group of people and just ew, pussies are bad, blah blah blah. It's just I hate seeing it every single time, and it's
you can even have an honest opinion about it. Let's say you meet this girl, everything's going well. Oh, hang on, it sounds like the dogs are barking.
Bark.
Them dogs are barking.
Dogs are barking.
Dogs are barking.
I think it's one of those things that I think you should experience a little bit more life. I think there's a really good quote from not ContraPoints. Who is the other one? Philosophy Tube. And Philosophy Tube talks about this, where he's They actually transitioned. I think
Oh.
at the time they might have been cis, is why because I'm reimagining the video. But she talks about how like I was really afraid to like be with trans people until I was, and then I realized, oh my gosh, like it really is all different. And I'm not saying like you have to be on hormone therapy or not, but it's a not don't knock it till you try it type of thing. And I know we in the gay community say that all the time. We say, oh, you might know that you're not gay and that's fine, but if you're questioning, you can experiment. And then if
Yeah.
you found out it's not for you, you don't have to cringe and be like, oh no, am I actually gay? No, you can still be straight and just say you tried some stuff and it wasn't for you. That is totally, totally fine.
I think it's just like preference. There's always a lot of meaning behind preference, and it's like people's motives for not like being attractive are all very like up in the air anyway, because it's like half the time you don't even know why you like someone or why you don't like someone. Like for me, I've
Right.
always like I preferred guys like most of my life because I've always had just this weird like uncomfortability with like feeling like I'm not worthy of like cis women like sometimes, and it's like I don't know if that's like I don't know where it came from, but I kind of like grew up feeling like I'm a danger to women, and I don't know, and it's like a hard comfortability I've had to like push past in my pansexuality. And it's like I like I don't always know if it's right or if it's just scary sometimes, like you don't know.
Yeah, and that's a really, thank you for sharing that vulnerability because I think that's a really good point to have. I mean, even I think last episode, Misha was talking about like, oh yeah, I knew I was gay, but maybe I'm only gay romantic. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that comes from an openness, a slow openness. I'm really adverse to gold star lesbians, and
Gold
that's where that kind of comes from.
Gold
Like
Star
saying like,
lesbians?
oh, yes, gold star lesbians. It's a term that refers to a lesbian who has never been penetrated. Uh, I believe that's the current definition, but I'll look it up just in case.
Oh.
Gold
I think
star.
I think there's like a version of that for guys too, where it's like guys that have never like been with females in the same
Have
way.
never
Like I've heard that
penetrated.
term used.
Wikipedia says gold star lesbian who has never had sex with a man, and a gold star gay is a gay man who has never had sex with a woman. I think they changed this a little bit because of trans stuff, but this is pretty pretty fucking transphobic.
The
I think a lot
definition
of that
or
entered I the vibe in my opinion,
the vibe? Okay.
because for like gold star lesbian, so you're saying you're a better lesbian than I am because
I
I experimented in high school.
Yes, I do hate that like, Gold Star is very related to like positivity. And so like calling it a Gold Star gay or a Gold Star lesbian does make it seem like they're kind of like a better than you cuz
I've even heard people say that they're gold star asexuals because they're like, oh, I never like I trusted my instincts and I've never pushed myself to have sex. So I'm it's this I'm actually a lesbian. I'm actually a gay man.
I'm
I'm
actually
actually
better than you because I've never yeah, it does give off that vibe. I will
the
say s- sorry, speaking of
oh,
ace
go ahead.
people, I have two people in my Discord server who are ace. What is up with ace people and making the like most raunchy, diabolical sex jokes you've ever heard in your entire life?
It's a power. It's because it doesn't
Out
affect
of
them. Yeah.
Dude, out of fucking left
Oh,
field, they will say the
Um,
craziest thing, and I'm like, holy fuck.
oh,
yeah. It's that's the thing. The your little reaction. That's
They don't
like that
have
does it
to.
doesn't affect them. Yeah. So that's the
well,
power.
because the way I've seen it is it's either it always seems like it's the extreme. They're either incredibly horny or they're not horny at all. Like they're repulsed horny.
I will
Like
say
it's
both of
either
them
one way or the other. I swear.
do watch this show. Keep it up. The jokes are really funny. This is not me complaining about the jokes. They're really fucking funny. So keep it up.
Me and Carnelian actually kind of talked about this, but like we kind of all, like came to this conclusion at the Pride Festival that it was like a lot of our ace friends are just very like wise beyond their years, surprisingly. Like they feel smarter than they are. And then you talk to them and it's like, oh wait, you're this age? Okay, that's funny.
So, so weird little slash. What do we want to pivot to? Landon, do you have anything you want to talk about? You're our guest today.
I'm just here for the vibes. I honestly didn't have much prepared. I've just been kind of busy with life stuff, so it's kind of hard to like. I finished teaching for the summer, and
Hey.
I'm glad to be
Hell
done
yeah.
with that.
Okay.
But it is going to be rough not having that extra money to rely on for the summer. But
Time to
Oh,
start
no.
working the corner again.
Whoa.
it's going to come to
Okay.
that, Solace,
Trevor,
I swear.
Truck stop bathroom.
Whoa.
I think everybody's been really doing a lot of stuff because I know I'm getting prepped for AC. That's coming quick.
I'm getting prepped for AC as well.
Ruby's got a fucking new dog.
Ruby does. Yeah, talk about your dog.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Well, I wanna. Well, I guess I'll get some pictures later. He's barking his
wanna
head
know.
off right now.
I want to know. I want to know why. Because you're just like, yeah, I'm adopting a dog. Why?
Well,
It was kind of out
I'm
of the
on a
blue.
lot of. Oh yeah, no, it happened really, really quickly. I was even like, I was at Disneyland. It was the day before we went, in the morning of, and
Were you looking?
no, but I am in a lot of rescue groups from my old Dalmatian.
Mhm.
And then this one popped up, and it was under a year old, and I was like, oh damn! And
He's a puppy.
he's a puppy. I throw my applications out there all the time, and they always, if a dog is on Facebook, like the day they're on it, they're probably already adopted. They get adopted very quickly, especially like really beautiful dogs, especially like a purebred under Dalmatian puppy. So I didn't really think anything would come of it. And then they emailed me the same day I was going to Disneyland, so I really wasn't on my phone, which that made it really difficult. And then they were like, "Hey, we really like your application, but we can't get him to Montana." And I have to fly through Denver to get back home anyway.
Mhm.
So I was like, "Can you get him to Denver?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I'll be there tomorrow." And then I
Oh my
even
God.
missed like the little window to pay them and for him to get on the transport vehicle and stuff, but they like came back for him because I was like 2 hours late, and now he's barking his head off in the living room.
Nice.
Is he is he separated from Zach's?
Yeah, Zax is usually in the front, and I want to introduce them super slowly because I don't want them to just. Zax is such a like he dogs visit us all the time,
Mhm.
and I always just throw him in the backyard, and I'm like, you guys are fine, but I don't want Zax to just tolerate him. I want Zax to actually like him, so I want to be
Mhm.
like as slow as possible and as positive as possible, and
Mhm.
do all that stuff. He's so far he's like really great. He's very shy, he's very nervous, but as soon as he comes out of his shell, he's really great. He learned how to bark today. That's been amazing.
Hell yeah. Well, hell
Dude, the
no, but
last
hell
6
yeah.
The last fucking 6 months for me. Dude, I don't know what it is with Ollie, but he's been an asshole this last week where he's like decided that he wants to get my attention and whimper at like 3 a.m. after being in
Oh,
bed for 3 to
God.
4 hours. Because we've never had problems, but I'm like, this motherfucker. And I can't ignore him because prior to this last week, well, so it's a weird thing, right? He prior to this, anytime he ever made like a commotion in his kennel at night, homie needed to go to the bathroom. So I always took him to the bathroom, take him right back to his kennel, and he's fine.
Okay.
And every time this last week, he's gone to the bathroom when I've taken him out, but I know he's not like he didn't desperately need to go because it's I know when he's like, God, this is what happens when you fucking own a dog, I guess. I know when he's got like the really strong, like dude had the piss stream, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
just know. And also his shit. Like I know when he's really gotta go, because if he has to, he fucking sprints out the door and he's like popping a squat like within a second. And so this last week, those have not been the reactions. And so I know he didn't really have to go pee. I know he really didn't have to shit, and I think he's kind of learned that I will get him out of his goddamn kennel because he needs to go potty. But he doesn't, so he's abusing that, and I don't know how to fix it because I don't really want him to shit or piss his kennel either.
Yeah.
Oh my life!
Oh,
I also
my
feel really bad
life.
for him. It's been so goddamn hot and humid here
Oh,
that
God.
you're not even supposed to walk your dog because
Jesus.
well, so the humidity has been the big problem because humidity affects how evaporation rate works, right?
Yeah.
So A, you won't sweat. B, dogs, the only way they sweat is they pant. Well, if the air is so moist and humid, they pant and it doesn't evaporate, they just overheat and fucking die.
Oh
So
yeah, huh?
because of the humidity out here for the last 3 days, I haven't really been able to walk him because I literally Googled all this shit. It's like, they're like, yeah, you don't want that dog out there for more than a couple minutes, which is about how long it takes for him to either piss or shit. So,
The weather is actually so beautiful right now. I gotta go downstairs and check on that real quick because I don't want my roommate to get super pissed.
oh, I
Okay.
forget. Yeah, the roommate.
Yeah, that's why he's barking because my roommate just came in with his dog, and so the Dalmatian is sitting in the kennel like, what the fuck?
Well, it's like literally like day 2 of this place. So,
Yeah, the day two, poor thing has not had any consistency in his life. Like, I'm
yeah.
sure it's he's so young that I'm sure it's just been house to house, people to people. Like he doesn't even know
Mm-hmm.
who he can get attached to because that lady might be gone next week.
Mm-hmm. That is
There's no
rough.
way to there's no way to tell him or anything. Oh, and he acts so infantile. Like I've never met an almost year-old dog that didn't know sit. I've never encountered that. Even the most ill-behaved dogs I know sit if you have like a treat.
I've watched. I've seen people who do that. It's because they have literally no discipline. But this is also the people that dog runs that fucking house. You know what I mean? It's not good.
I don't think it's a no discipline thing for this dog. I think it's I did all my research and I really want this dog and he's so pretty. And then you just had this adorable puppy Dalmatian you took everywhere and you loved him and he's so cute. But the second he got just a little bit too big and a little bit too destructive,
Yeah,
you're like, oh, never mind. This is not for me. Which good on you for at least deciding early enough, I guess, but that's why they try to drill in you that dogs are
yeah.
such big commitments because of
I
this
can
shit.
attest to that in just 6 months with a 2.5-year-old.
You always
I
think you're ready and
y'all
you're never ready.
y'all have fucking heard my conversations off this. And for y'all who don't know, I mean, I'll make the statement like there has been no smaller like amount than a handful of days or weeks where I just thought I was gonna give Ollie up. That was just too much for me. I have hit that point multiple times in the last 6 months, and every time I've talked to people and I've come up with other plans to attack the issues and the problems, and I've been pushing through and making it work.
Well, it's also a lot harder because you're also raising him like by yourself for the most part, and that's like a different beast altogether. Like at least like me, I have Perry, so like I never feel like August isn't being watched. Also we also got a new female pit bull named Blue.
Oh,
Um she's been yeah, Perry's mom got her to kind of like keep her company upstairs, but she's
Mm,
adorable.
it's awesome. How's
Hell
that
yeah.
going?
It's going good. She barks a lot. She definitely when nobody's upstairs, she'll just kind of bark herself tired because like she doesn't like
Mhm.
being by herself yet. But it's
Yeah.
just kind of just like something they'll just get out of the habit of it.
See, that's my issue with Ollie, with me being home so much. It's really hard to build in time where he needs to be alone and get used to that. I honestly was gonna start doing a lot of like training on that, but I'm waiting until Anthrocon because I just don't have anything consistently to do right now. And then with Anthrocon coming up, he's gonna be at a border place for 5 days. Just talked to the vet today about maybe getting some extra trazodone for him so that the vet has or the border person has that for him during his stay to hopefully chill him the fuck out. I also had another unrelated issue, and I don't know. Y'all heard us. Oh, fuck it, we'll talk about it. Y'all ever heard of smegma?
God, why would you say that?
whoa,
Why?
wow. Okay, I
Well,
take it back. I have a preference, and it's never to hear this.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I had to send a photo to my vet because all had discharge, and I didn't know
Oh
if it was
no.
serious. And it's happened a couple of times where I've noticed that, and I'm like, bro, you got like an infection or something? Like, fuck. And I sent a photo today, and they're like, is it this? Is it this? Is it this? I'm like, from my knowledge, like, I've only seen it like this. And they're like, well, it's typically more in intact males, I guess, but it happens in neutered males as well. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll keep an eye on it, like you said. But I have never
God.
been like so observant of another thing's health ever. Cat's just kind of cat, you know? And like, I bet like Ollie could probably like piss just a little wrong, and I'd be like, "What's wrong with you? Are
What's
you
wrong with
okay?
you? Why are you acting different? Yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't quite do that one thing."
that's such a cat dad like looking at this from a cat dad perspective. Shout out to all my dog parents who are like, yeah, he ate a can, we're hoping he passes it.
Oh my
Dude,
God,
no, I guess I'm fucking cat dead because
No,
I'm just
yeah.
like, I'm watching this dog like a hawk to make sure he's healthy and fine.
dude.
Yeah, it's like I've had dogs since I was like 4 years old, and it's like there's like a comfortability you kind of build with them if you've had them long enough, where it's like you kind of relax. I think it's just because it's your first dog, so you're like you're more like eager to like do a good job, and it's like you're kind of overthinking a lot of the stuff because it's just like a lot. I've always been so relaxed and like I don't notice half the stuff that usually happens with August anyway. He's usually fine. Like I don't notice too many. He just sheds like a monster.
Oh
That's
my
all
God,
I'm used
yeah.
to.
Huskies.
Yeah, Zax is insane with his shedding too.
God.
Oh, you guys are dealing with that.
I forgot that we
I'm,
like
I,
3 out of 4 of us own huskies.
yeah, I don't know what Ollie is.
Dog, Ollie's
Yeah.
dog.
Dog.
That's another thing. I really
Puppy.
wanted the contrast of like Zax is he doesn't love going places, but he's a great hiker and he's really cuddly, but he's not he's a husky. He's got a lot of husky personality.
Yeah.
But I do like just having a dog's dog. Like if I throw a ball, it'd be really nice if that bitch brought it back to me.
Does Zax? So I was gonna ask, does Zax not bring? Does he not play fetch then?
He'll do it like twice because
Oh my God,
taught him
you
when he was a
too?
puppy. Yeah, about twice.
What
yeah.
the fuck? Yeah, the 3rd time she just watches it go by and then just looks at me like I'm the problem.
Yeah, and just looks at me like, "Hey, I just brought that to you.
Yeah,
So if you're not
excuse
gonna
you.
respect my time, I'm not gonna fucking do this with you."
Yeah.
anymore."
So
I think huskies are just too smart for fetch. It's like
Yeah,
it's beneath
it-
them.
maybe
It
because
is. It's like it's beneath them.
maybe Ollie's got that because like so I can have a ball in the house and I can throw it. My house is not big, so he can only get he can't even get the full speed by any means. He'll go running, 5-6 bounds and get to the ball and bring it back. He does no problem in the house fetching. I will walk him up to there's a park like a block away from me, block and a half away from me. I'll walk him up there, big ass green area of grass, and go throw a ball, and it's hit or miss. If he'll fucking go run it down, but then sometimes he just doesn't bring it back. I'm like,
Oh my
so
God.
now I have to go fetch. I just whipped this thing 100 yards, and now I gotta go fucking get it. Maybe not 100 yards, 100 foot, but
Yeah.
still, because I'm not I can't have him off leash yet. The only I off leash a little bit where I don't have him on leash when I take him out to go potty anymore, and I make him respect the boundaries of the yard. Working on that, but I can't just go walking out with him, and I can't get him to just go fucking hauling ass like I want him to. I want to burn some fucking energy off this guy, but there's just like you won't play fetch, and I'll throw it a few times, and after he gets ran a few times, and he just stops, and he's like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Does he like tug of war?
I've gotten them to do it a couple times, but he doesn't just do it. He's also not a big chewer. That antler I bought him, he chewed on it a little bit, doesn't give a fuck. I've got 3 different types of like rubber or plastic bones. Meh.
Oh
This
yeah,
dog,
that means he's a light chewer. Zax is like that too. You just have to. So when you go to the store, they there's like levels. So you just pick light chewer instead of tough. Because things like antlers, nyla bones, those are all like really, really, really tough chewers.
He's destroyed at Walmart. You can buy them. They're the little pigs that have the thing in them. When you squeak them, they go, like a
Oh,
pig.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's destroyed 3 of those already.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, he
Because-
does like chewing. He's just a light chewer.
He likes to chew on those. The problem is they are not made of anything that he can't fucking destroy.
Yeah, those are bad. He'll
They all-
definitely rip
They're
those
full
up.
of polyfill, and I've watched him eat part of fake leather ottoman. So
Oh no!
I forget what it was. It was just like a tough day at work where I had meetings and shit, and I was just ignoring him because he was trying to get my attention. I was like, nah, that's not how this works. And then I just found out. I looked down, and he's literally chewing the fucking corner of my ottoman out of no fucking
Oh my
like. There's
God.
toys around him.
Yeah.
It's the only time he's ever done it. Only time he's ever done it. And the next day, like it was like the next morning when he went to take his shit, there was some dangly bit.
Oh,
it was
no.
it was the faux leather. I didn't even know he actually ate some of it. I was like, what the fuck is hanging out your ass?
Oh my God, yeah.
So that was wild, and I don't want him to do that again.
No.
That kind of brought up a weird memory. My golden retriever Daisy, she would always destroy all of her toys, but the only toys that she would never destroy were the red ones, and I never knew why. It was always like a weird thing of just like only the red toys were spared the wrath.
That is
I
kind of
just
weird.
always thought that was funny.
Maple
Star Trek shit.
Yeah, right. Maple knows what plushies she can have and which ones she can't. Cause like I have a stuffed Shiba Inu on my bed. She does not mess with it whatsoever. And her squeaky toys, like I think she knows that if it has a squeaker, she can play with it. I also like whenever I bring a new plushie into the house, I'll show it to her. And, you know, if it's hers, I'll give it to her and like mess with her with it. If it's mine or Argo's, I'll let her sniff it. And then if she tries to like nip at it, I'm like, hey, no. And apparently that gets the point across because she has not chewed up a stuffy that is not hers. So cool. Sorry. No, it's all good. I was just gonna say I apparently got that point across. I don't feel like I did much, but sure.
I need to find a stuffy filling that would be okay if a dog did eat it. Is there like some digestible paper?
No, there is not one.
Cotton
In fact,
candy?
even the bark box toys, once they have a hole in them, the inside of the fabric for bark box is printed like throw me away. Especially no tennis balls if he does have a tendency to chew things up, because the inside of a tennis ball is super, super bad for their stomach lining. So they say if a tennis ball has even a tiny hole in it, absolutely throw it away.
Yeah, because he loves plushies. I had him. So it was one of those things where I had a plushie that he used to have at the beginning of this, and he would nip at it a little bit, but he's so gentle when he wants to pick shit up, or like, my God, you should see this. I need to film. What I need to do is I want to film this guy because he's so cute and he does so many things that I need to film. But he does, like, if I go to give him a treat, he will do like the I don't know, like the Squidward like biting a Krabby Patty, like
the teeth.
Like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
If you know, you know. Slap it on the fucking screen. It's he's so gentle though. Like he knows, like he does not want to actually bite me or anything, and he will very gently like carry and like lightly. He like chews on the plushie, but he doesn't chew on it. The only reason why I haven't allowed them to have it is because depending on the night or depending on when I left him alone in the kennel, he gets that destructive tendency and has destroyed things. That's where the pigs die. That's where the some of the plushies have died. He got that otter plushie from from MFF off my shelf that I didn't realize he did.
He did do that.
So it's one of those things where it's like, God, I wish there was like just something where if I could stuff a stuffed animal with something that if he did eat it, it wouldn't kill him or hurt him. It would just dissolve or something. Can I ship it with some shredded paper that's not inked?
No, they shouldn't eat that much paper either. There are toys that if you rip them open, there's another toy inside. There are toys that are meant to be ripped up and then like put back together for dogs. Because dogs like ripping stuff up. It's a part of being a dog.
Yeah.
It's why good dog toys always have like little danglies coming off of them, like little tiny ears or tags, and dogs always like go for those first. They love to like grab them and rip them off.
Yeah, people are like, oh, it's so cute that they're playing with the toy. Dude, in their brain, they're killing it. They're trying to kill it, man.
They're trying to get out its little squeaky heart.
Yeah.
And Kalima! Kalima!
That fucker's not dead until it stops squeaking.
It's like me with a soda bottle where I have to pick off the label. I have to.
Yeah, it's like that.
Why?
But
What?
it's also it's enriching.
It
I
is.
think it's just
It
me.
builds character.
I think it's me ADHD or something just causing me to fumble with my hands. But
I was gonna say I don't think ripping the label off a soda bottle is a primal urge, but yeah, you do you, man. Yeah. Oh, good boy.
Maybe
good
it is
boy.
for yeah. Good job. Yeah,
Good
don't
job.
take this away from him, Misha.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
There is like for my bark box because I hate fucking stuffing. I hate dealing with it. I ask for only the toys with other toys inside of them. So it's a toy, and then when they rip up the skin, there's like a squeaky toy inside, so there's no stuffing.
Mm.
And I love those. And you know, they will eventually rip up the squeaky toy too.
maybe that's something I gotta look into. You're a spoiled little shit.
You're
I was just thinking about
spoiled little shit.
I'm gonna buy more stuff, and it's like, motherfucker, you get way
That's
more than
another
I do.
thing. Fun facts for our viewers: you do not have to buy these expensive toys to get like the vibe. So I was just looking at the Snuffle mat, one of my favorite dog.
I do want to buy a mat.
Yeah, I highly recommend the like silicone ones or the
Mhm.
ones that aren't fabric because my fabric ones they always just get so flat and they don't tend to work
Mm.
at the end. And even though these toys are like really great, you don't have to buy them. Like if you've got a really fast feeder and you think, oh, I need to buy a slow feeder, my dog eats too fast, you could just throw a few tennis balls in his bowl. Now he has to shove them around to get to the food.
Oh, fair.
Cut open a toilet paper roll and put a hole in it, throw that bitch on the ground, boom, you've got a slow feeder dispensary toy. Do you have a dog that like loves ripping apart stuff, but and you're like running out of stuff? You can just put a fucking sock on top of an old water bottle and then it'll crinkle just like they like, and then they rip up the sock and then there's no stuffing either. There are ways to cheaply entertain your dog if you have a high energy dog.
One of Maple's favorite toys, the Amazon box that shit gets shipped in. She fucking loves tearing that shit up, dude.
Yeah,
And
cardboard.
one thing I'll do is like I'll put either a treat or one of her toys in the box, fold it up, and I'll give it to her, and that gives her something to do for a good while.
I just find it weird because Ollie's not a big dog. He's a 50-pound dog, and he just really knows how to use his claws and his teeth when he wants to. He's just very skilled with his. He knows.
He knows.
He's a smart dog here.
He is incredibly smart. And I was gonna say the one good thing about it is this dog just he doesn't bark. He really
Landon,
doesn't.
do you have a dog?
Landon, Landon has a husky.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Does your husky chew a lot, or is it like kind of mild compared to other dogs?
August really doesn't chew that much, actually.
Another like husky thing, I think.
Yeah, neither does Maple.
Like, yeah, he'll play. He likes tug of war, but like he really doesn't like chew on any of his toys that much.
I sent it in the Telegram because I actually cannot figure out how to open Discord again. But here's a little toy. It's a little cactus.
What is this website?
Don't buy from this website. This is just the toy. Do not buy from this website.
I was literally gonna hit the buy button. I was like, that's the price range. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is a weird half cut website. I'll try and find the direct seller. Anything from Westpaw is great.
So I was gonna tell you that I have the Westpaw feeder that you told me to get, right?
Yeah.
And that motherfucker, he doesn't. He's smart enough because I'll hide the treats at the bottom of it, right? And he sees me put it in. I give him the treat tax. So I'll break up some of his bacon, like favorite bacon things that I buy. It's like the fake bacon. It's the dog treat bacon, right? I'll break it up, put it in the bottom, and then cover it with his food. But I'll make sure he realizes that I've got bacon in my hand and give it to him. He bites it and he goes, oh, cool. And then I'll set it in there. He'll nose like the first quarter of it out with just his nose. And then he starts he'll fucking devour that shit. Yeah, he just like, what the fuck, brother?
So does he are you saying he like do you only have the one or do you have the two yet?
I only have one Westpaw.
Okay, perfect. Because you start with one, and once he's mastered that toy, which it sounds like he has, you get another one, and they connect. And you keep making the Westpaw toy is great because it keeps getting harder and harder, and they're super easy to clean, unlike so many other.
How does the Westpaw feeder things connect? What?
Yeah, I'll show you here. I'm linking, and this is Chewy.com. You can buy from Chewy.
Because I want to make this. So my big thing is I want to definitely keep his brain stimulated. I want to fucking make him think.
Yeah, that's why I love this toy so much. This is not an ad, viewers, but I genuinely love this toy. When I dog train, I include it in my services. I just give you one.
Okay, so I have the blue one.
They're all the colors are not the sizes. So.
Okay, never mind. I have a medium one. I don't think I have the biggest one.
Okay, then I kind of recommend getting both the big and the small one to change it up. But for you probably want to get the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of want to go one size larger than you think you need. And let me try it, and because it's like, well, let me do
you can shove them together so it forces them to like.
Yeah, so you shove them together.
Oh.
And then you can even make it harder by shoving it together and then locking it. So see how if you look at the straight down view, I wish I could save these photos and
they have like little fins in the middle of it, yeah.
Yeah, and they've got the little fins. So it's like, it's not a perfect circle. It's a little bit of an oblong shape. So you put the little one in the big one, and then you turn it a quarter. It actually locks it in. Mm-hmm. And once your dog has figured out how to do that,
then he's too smart and has to be put down because he's going to take over the human race.
My package is here 3 days early.
So you connect it.
Sorry, I got an email. My package is here 3 days early. It was supposed to be here Thursday.
Okay, let's go. We're so back, baby.
My carry-on package is supposed to be here today. It was delayed from fucking being here on Friday.
Hey, you can carry on my package at Anthrocon, baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, class.
Oh, you were even... I got sidetracked, but you were even... you were talking about how your dog gets...
Hey, you're what?
For weed. For you get...
weed? Oh my god.
You can... Oh my god, you can freeze like yogurt or blueberries or even just ice in the bottom of these, and then it's a cooling treat for like they can just look at it all day.
Uh-huh.
And then once it gets super easy for them, you level it up again by getting this dumbass looking part of it. It's like a butt plug.
Don't say that about something you give your dog.
I know. Look at it. It's
Ruby.
What is wrong with so many dog toys? There was a fucking skit.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of
College Humor. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where it said, "All right, dog."
You've seen a Kong?
Or...
I have seen a Kong. Those do kind of look like
butt.
I have a Kong, so that's actually the thing I do give him when I try to like get him to stay in his kennel. For when I leave, is I stuff it like half of it with treats, and then the rest of the half is peanut butter, and I freeze it.
Okay, so there, I found it.
That motherfucker takes a while to lick the peanut butter until it's warm enough.
You give him, it's called the topple stopper, and then you plug the hole with it. And,
then he has to really fight.
And then you freeze it, and that's how you use that thing.
Okay.
But look, it's like the front of a dog and the back of a dog. It's kind of funny.
Again, look how treated these motherfucking dogs are. That looks like a fucking parfait you would order.
Yeah,
that's
like
a fucking parfait, right?
Yeah.
I love this toy. I recommend it for all dogs. This is how Zax eats his mood.
Sponsored. Not sponsored.
I'm not sponsored. I just really advocate for this particular toy, and they're easy to clean. Unlike Kongs walked, so this particular dog toy could run. Because unfortunately, Kongs are like kind of a bitch to clean.
Here, Landon.
They are a bitch to clean. I will tell you that. I soak it usually, and then it's using your longest finger and trying your best.
Something Anthrocon.
I kind of feel bad.
There you go, Landon.
I kind. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I kind of feel bad for a lot of all of my dogs because since I'm allergic to peanut butter, I can't give them peanut butter as treats.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Don't feel bad. Peanut butter is not that great for dogs anyway.
No. It is kind of a cheat code, but yeah, it's not good for your dog.
It's a little high in sugar. Yogurt is a good alternative if you can't use peanut butter.
I give them a little bit of peanut butter every day, but it's like less than a tablespoon. It's a very small amount typically.
Yeah, Zax gets some peanut butter every now and then, but you don't feel super bad if you can't give them peanut butter.
Yeah, it's like there was this one time I went to visit my mom and like she got used to me not living at home, so she started like using peanut butter in her Kong with her like little pugs and her golden retriever. And then when I came over, she's like, "Wait, don't go near the dogs. They've been eating peanut butter all day." And I'm like,
Oh
"Oh God,
yeah,
these
because they could
Is
like
it
lick your
doomed."
yeah,
face.
Yeah, they're gonna lick me. It's
is it like
awful.
a
It'll be like a
feel free not to answer, but like is it like a super serious or is it just like you'll kind of break out?
Oh, well, it's like if it's only like serious if you ingest it. So it's like if you like eat any kind of peanut butter, it's when it's like a full-blown serious reaction.
Okay.
But otherwise, like if I got peanut butter on my skin, it would just like hive up a bunch,
Mm.
like and itch like crazy.
It is kind
I
of
had a friend.
wild that like
Sorry.
peanut butter. No, you're good. Just like peanut butter of all things, because that's a very common allergy. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people allergic to bees. That one kind of makes sense. Okay, bee stings hurt. That's. But like, peanuts being a very common allergy. I wonder why that
Though those
is.
specific allergies kind of operate the same way. It's like they both trigger what's called anaphylaxis, and that's like the actual reaction
Yeah.
from like it
Well,
works both ways with bee stings and peanut butter.
so the difference
Reminds me of
there
the
is
time I got stung by like 80 bees.
Was
Oh
it
God.
after you ate one of them? Were they pissed? Did you eat the queen?
you fucking.
Have
ate-
I never told the story of me getting stung by like 80 bees?
I don't think
No,
so.
just the one of you eating bees.
I feel like I would have remembered you telling a story of getting fucking absolutely dumpstered by a bunch of bees.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a funny
Dumpstered
story.
by a bunch
I did.
of
I got fucking
bees.
eviscerated, dog.
Bees don't play.
Got
Bark.
These
restocked
These
by
bees were
bees.
not
Could that be a
playing.
that needs to be a T-shirt. Bees don't play.
Bees don't
Bees
They
don't
really
play.
don't.
And it's just Ruby, like
It's just
like
Ruby all
swollen as
like,
fuck.
yeah.
Wait. We need a ruby.
Ruby.
A Ruby.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
Oh, make that. Put it on a shirt too.
okay. The merch idea. Comment down below if you want a Ruby. If you would actually buy. I don't want any of the. Oh, that's a cute idea. If you would fucking buy a Ruby shirt, maybe we'd actually do it. I do still want to make Broomby pillows.
Doggies.
Yeah, I want to make Broomby duckies.
Alright, listen.
Dude, people would buy that shit randomly at a con just because they out of context. Like, why is there a fucking broom on a doggy?
We could have. Wait. We
I'd
could have
buy it and
Rascal
I'd carry it
promo.
around
We could,
probably.
dude. We could have
Yeah.
Rascal promo the
could have a-
ducky.
It would be so good. Like I whether they sell or not, those do need to exist. We will make those. So one side note I wanted to mention, Landon, have you ever heard not bee farmers, peanut farmers talk about peanut allergies?
Oh no.
No.
It's kind of the funniest shit I've ever seen. There was like a how it's made or something like that, right? I was just watching a documentary and I'm watching how peanut oil is made or whatever. And for some reason, like it's just a normal documentary until one of the farmers, somebody brings up like peanut allergies and they just start getting angry. And it's one of those documentaries where they're filming multiple farms and they're just clipping all the relevant clips together. So this was multiple separate farms, multiple separate farmers, men and women. Like suddenly you brought up peanut allergies and they're like, yeah, nobody buys. They're like, I have a really great product and now people are too scared to buy peanuts and the market is just like they just start getting so heated about
That's
people
so
with
funny.
peanut allergies.
God,
like,
I have
Well,
this.
because it
ruins
is
their life.
weird. Like peanut allergies didn't start until like the early 90s is when it became like a big like phenomenon of like kids getting born with peanut allergies. So I kind of get that there's like that recency bias of just like, come on, this is just some new thing. It's not as bad.
Like
Peanut
Peanut
gluten
allergies
allergy.
fairly new. Wait, hold on. I didn't know
I did
that.
not know that.
That's
It's
gotta be
yeah,
right.
like-
Government
It's-
conspiracy. I'm
as in,
calling
like,
it.
it
I'm,
really-
I'm putting the tinfoil hat on. Government had something to do with it. Okay.
I
Why?
agree.
Why did
I
this
agree.
suddenly show up
Sure.
in the 90s? Reagan.
It's all
It's
about
gotta be-
access.
It's gotta be Reagan.
All about access to information.
That too.
Just
Yeah,
like
no,
there-
my whole
there, wasn't
Realistically.
there wasn't that many left-handed people for so many years because you were fucking like, what was it? You were like ostracized for being left-handed. So
I was gonna
left-handed
say-
people just learned to fucking do it all right-handed.
Yeah, they kind of beat the shit out of you if you were left-handed.
Yeah, they'd
So,
like
it's
whack your
very
hand
similar.
until you started using the right hand.
We
Which
need
Similar thing.
we
you
need
can
a
teach yourself how to be left-handed.
You can.
Hey,
well,
Ruby?
kind of.
Ruby,
Yeah.
you're not getting out of this. Tell us the damn story.
Wait.
Oh, I don't know if we have time. It's kind of a
Wait.
long one.
How the fuck did you get 3 stalked by bees? I want to hear it.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll tell you. It's a good story. I just don't know how much time we have.
We got time.
When I was
No,
gonna make
just go.
when I was gonna make YouTube animations, this was gonna be like my first story, like story time. Maybe I'll use this audio for it. But I'm walking Damon. So I'm living in San Diego. I have work in about an hour. My friend is visiting, and I'm walking Damon. He was my first husky. He was an angel dog. Could do no wrong. Never ran away. Perfect being. Absolute dream. My golden boy. I miss you, Damon. So I look over to my friend, who preference is terrified of insects. We're talking Misty from Pokemon level.
Same, to be honest.
Really, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I think
I don't
most
like-
people are.
I don't like bugs.
What? Most people are? That is news to
Most
me.
people I know hate bugs. I'll just be real.
I didn't know that. I guess that makes sense. That's why. Yeah. Okay. I like bugs. Anyway, you all know that I pet bees when I was a kid. So, I look down at Damon. He stops to smell a bush, so I stop. I look over at my friend. I look back down at Damon. That's how fast it was. And he's looking up at me, happy as can be. His back is just bees. I can't even see his fur. I look back at
Ground
my
nest.
friend. I think they were swarming because they were moving. And he put his leg up on the bush to pee on it, and they just like transferred to him his body. Like he wasn't getting.
He might have pissed into a ground nest or something.
They weren't stinging him yet. He wasn't even scared yet. Nothing bad was happening yet. In fact,
I hate this yet.
I probably messed up.
I
So I
also
look down
hate
at
the
Damon, covered in bees. Back at my friend, she is a speck in the distance. Like, no,
I'm there with her, dude.
That's how-
Fuck that.
so right,
Mr.
friend,
Christmas
left,
teleport.
dog, speck in the distance. My motherly instincts kick in. I wrap my arm around his neck and I swipe down his back. This was a mistake. Fun facts, kids. Swarming bees are typically non-aggressive and usually that's usually pretty chill. You just kind of have to avoid them or just scoop them up and get them off you. I made the mistake of just whapping them.
Oh.
So suddenly the bees are attacking. 1B, 2B. We are freaking out. We're losing our minds. I'm swatting them away from Damon. He's spiraling. He's jumping around. Thank God he's a good dog and didn't sprint away. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying to get at me. I'm trying to get at him. Suddenly a semi-truck pulls up next to us fucking Optimus Prime to the hero. These burly guys get out of they jump out of the semi-truck. They cover me in some sort of tarp, and I could feel one arm wrapped around me, and then the other moving the bees away. And you could just hear the chaos of these guys people talk. It's hard for me to even remember. It was so fucking chaotic and crazy. And this guy can't take it anymore. I feel the weight of him get off me. And he abandons the tarp. He runs away. He couldn't hack the bees. His buddy was already back in his truck, thwapping at the few bees that followed him into the truck. And he's just looking at me also panicked. I see him in the window, and again, still swinging at bees, still trying to get the bees to not fucking kill us, right?
Yeah.
He's pointing at this glass building, and I see the glass building. I run toward the building. I signal to Damon. He runs after me. We run into the building. Now, pause. Picture, if you will, a calm, gentle environment. What I originally thought might have been a post office. There's some cardboard boxes, there's some shelves, there's a little old man sitting at a desk, there's a gently ticking clock, and there's 4 walls and 1 door in the back, 1 desk at the counter, and the whole front-facing window is all glass. This is a stamp collecting facility.
What?
Now, picture, if you will, a little old man is sitting at the only desk that is on the far left. It looks like a freaking Wes Anderson film scene, I swear. And he's gently flipping through his stamp collection. Now, imagine, if you will, a crazy, colorful-haired girl, bursts through your glass window, slams it so hard shut you, the girl, thought you might have broken the glass. A Siberian Husky also bursts through the door, dragging his leash and like the clattering of the little
Oh
doggy
my
bag thing
God.
on the rope. Damon goes into the backpack, so he enters the door, and like a cartoon skit, you just hear the toppling and the sound slowly move from right to left as he's like biting his ass and trampling and just trying to get away from the bees.
Yeah.
I am still so terrified. I press my body against the back of the door, so there's as much distance between me and the glass windows as possible. Like one or two bees followed us into the building. And I turn to this man and I go, "The bees!
The bees.
The bees!" So
Oh my God.
he doesn't know that there are bees after us because that's not the first thing you see. You just see this crazy lady
Yeah.
burst into your building and is screaming about bees that may or may not be real. I remember looking at these big glass doors and seeing a few bees like slowly like trying to make their way back, but they can't because it's glass. And my heart is pounding and I'm trying to get away. Damon comes out through the door. I grab Damon. The guy is speechless. I don't even think he said anything to me.
Oh my God.
And I'm catching my breath. I'm breathing a lot, and suddenly the phone rings. Seriously, like Western Anderson film vibes. He picks up the phone. He goes, "It's for you."
Nah.
I walk over to the counter. I answer the phone. Who is on the phone?
One of the truckers.
The friend.
No, my friend
The
who had
friend.
abandoned me at the beginning of this. So they say, "Come to the window," and I'm scared, so I don't come directly to the window, and I can see them way in the distance. They are still a speck in the distance, but they've gotten the car. They got my van from my apartment because we were walking around my apartment, and they're like, "Okay, I'm gonna come pick you up." And I said, "Okay, pull around." It's like a cul-de-sac thing. I said, "Okay, pull around, and like we'll like get into the car. That way the bees can't get us." And they said, "No fucking way! I'm not getting that close. You have to come to me." And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
"There's bees. What do you want me to do?" They're like, "You have to come to me." So I tell this guy about like the bees and stuff, and I could tell the way he's looking at me. He kind of doesn't believe me. He
You
has
should be
no
covered
idea
in stings, though, right?
what.
You should be covered in stings, right? You should be able
I
to
am.
show them.
Well, I mean, my adrenaline's rushing. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I am definitely covered in stingers. And I was really worried about Damon because like he's covered in some stingers too. But this was all so quick. Like this all happened very quickly. So he's not even swollen yet. Damon's not. So I get Damon. I grab his leash really tight. I kind of tell Damon where I'm going. I tell my friend, I'm like, "Okay, open the door." And she's like, "I'm not fucking opening the door." I'm like, "Okay, you like time it that way. You open the door and we're gonna jump in like the side." I had an Astro van. The side swipey door, like it's a helicopter jump in reverse. So we did. So I was like, "Okay, 3, 2, 1." I ran through the glass doors. I ran past the bees. The bees started to chase us again. I got a few more stings on us. We're still swatting them away.
Oh my
We jump
God.
into the car. She slams the door shut. We just sprint away. As we're sprinting away, I look back. I see the guys in the truck going, "Yeah," because they're still in their like Optimus Prime semi vehicle watching all of this. First, we rush to the vet because I'm more concerned about Damon than anything else. We rush to the vet. My boyfriend at the time, my ex, meets us there. I give him Damon, and then he's like, "You have to go to the emergency room." I was like, "No, I don't. I feel fine." He's like, "You have to go to the fucking emergency room."
Yeah.
Luckily, Damon didn't get too many stings. He got a few on his face and a few on his paws, but his fur is so thick that it mostly protected him. That was not the case for me. Now, again, kind of Wes Anderson film style. Skip forward to the emergency room. It's a very slow day. The sun is just about setting. I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Hey, I'd like to check myself in." She's like, "Oh, fill out this form." So I do. So I'm sitting there, I'm tacking away at the form. I have dyslexia, so I take kind of a fuck ton of time to fill out a form. It's like 30 minutes in, and she kind of leans over. She's like, "What are you here for?" And I said, "Oh, I got stung by a bunch of bees." And she goes, "Oh." She goes back to working. I go back to working. 10 minutes later, she looks at me again, a little concerned. She stands up. She goes to get a doctor. They come back. They're like, "Oh, you can come back now." I said, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh, just keep filling those out while you're back there." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm in the little waiting room. It's been about 2 hours of me at the emergency room. And time is like an illusion in this like
Mhm.
day. So I'm sitting in kind of a dark room waiting. My friend is about to meet me there. She's almost there. She just gets there. That's how long it took. It took her all to like go to the vet, go back to her place, come back to mine. So she gets there. And then the nurse is like, how many bees did you get stung by? And I said, I don't know, like 20. And she goes, oh my goodness. So then she walks away again, comes back, and now there's like a doctor, and he like takes the clipboard from me because I'm still not done filling it out because I'm just really bad at that kind of shit. He puts it down. He's like, how many bees? So he starts looking at my arm, like a little bit frantic, but still professional. Not so much that like I'm gonna be worried about it yet, but like, oh, okay, I'm getting the help I need. You know, it is that thing. And he pulls out, or he like counts up to 30, and he's not done counting when he just whips out an EpiPen and
Hits you with it.
fucking slams it into my
Jesus.
leg. I was in shock. I was like, what just fucking happened?
Oh yeah.
I
I was
still have
wondering
an
if that was gonna happen.
I still have an EpiPen sticking out of my leg by the time the nurse brings my friend back and she's coming back. And this guy, he's now going over my skin and picking out stingers.
Yeah.
And they're putting them into a little jar. And he makes a joke. He says, "Man, the fact that you weren't in agony already, or whatever," he said, "quote unquote, whatever you got cooking in you, they should bottle up and sell it." And then he points to the EpiPen. He points to me. He goes, "Hey." Oh no! I tell my friend, I go, "Oh, I think I can still make work now that now that I'm all fixed up and stuff." And he goes, "Oh no, you are not going to work after this. That's ridiculous. You're gonna." And then he stops talking to me. He was talking to me. He stops talking to me, and he kind of like turns to my friend. You're gonna feel really good. You know what? She's gonna feel really good for about an hour, and you're gonna start to feel amazing. And then you're going to crash so crazy hard. I want you to take her home, get her comfy, put her in a dark, quiet room, and she's just going to have to sit out like the epinephrine wearing off. Because it like hypes.
That's accurate.
It's adrenaline.
Has this happened to you? Have you been epinephrine for?
Oh yeah, like anytime I've had like to go to the emergency room for treatment for that, like when I get home, it's just like rock. Let me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Misery.
you're done.
Absolute. So, what do you think happens next?
You went to work anyway.
No.
Oh, okay.
I got a doctor's note. Fuck work.
Okay.
I was gonna say
So-
they should hit you with epinephrine and give you an antihistamine. I think that's about it.
Well, the antihistamine I think came first, but I can't remember. But they pulled out 80 stingers from me, which is absolutely
Jesus.
insane. Yeah, they said the fact that I don't have a bee allergy today is also kind of crazy.
Could make you stronger.
It's
you
the
did
vaccine.
toast.
Yeah,
It's either or because some people can actually
Maybe-
get their allergies that way.
put this in the book of Ruby. Maybe because I ate that bee, I had
Oh my God, you had an
anti-venom
immunity?
inside of me.
I eat
Jesus.
cyanide. I'll be immune to cyanide. No.
This is the answer. Okay, so the story's almost over. So we get into the car. I'm still feeling pretty good right now. In fact, I'm kind of jazzed. Everything, but we've been warned that I'm not going to feel jazzed pretty soon.
Yeah.
My friend gets a phone call. Shout out to Keitel. This is my buddy Keitel, by the way. At Doodle Yote on Blue Sky. We want to get bee tattoos after this story.
Oh my God.
They get a phone call and they go. They like put their phone down. They looked at me and they're like, "Oh, my brother is inviting us to a pool party. Do you want to go?"
No.
Now, I can't really remember what happens next. I did say yes, but picture, if you will, me floating gently, like from a top-down view is how I see it.
Mhm.
Oh, and we also specified that they said quiet, dark room
They
because
did.
the light is about to fuck up with me. So picture, if you will, top view, Ruby floating arms and legs out of an inner tube, feeling the hot, dense California sun baking into my skin. It's evening, so it's a more gentle sun, but I'm looking into the ceiling. I feel so hot that I can't move. I couldn't get off this inner tube if I fucking wanted to, and I just thought, well, staring up into the hot sun. Next to me, a loud party of 20-someths getting absolutely fucking wasted. And I'm like, this is how I die. I'm gonna die like right now.
This is it.
I don't.
Wouldn't the chlorine from the pool like really fuck with your bee
I feel like
stings?
that would sting. Yeah.
I don't. I didn't really
Like,
get in the pool. I
fresh?
just got onto a tube because I think we got there, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little woozy. I want to lie down, and I was like, oh, I might as well like float in an inner tube. And then it really hit me while I was sitting in that inner tube, and I'm like, I couldn't get off this inner tube if the house next to us was burning down. I'd be stuck in this inner tube floating gently.
Jesus.
And that is the story about how I got stung by all those bees.
That's crazy.
Wow.
We gotta read that. We gotta speed run the end
Yeah,
because
we got
I got.
I told you it's a long
minutes.
story.
I didn't expect you to give your whole life story for the next
It wasn't
20
my
minutes.
whole. It's just my. It was about a 30-minute story.
Picture, if you will,
Picture
the
if you will.
sun was going down. It was a.
Guess what?
it was a
Now you gotta
crimson
now
sky.
you gotta make that story time.
I
Misha,
want to make it that story time. Yeah,
Jesus.
Misha,
You
you're
got the
making it-
audio.
I
You're
gotta
making it
sell it.
longer.
Well, I know. Anyway, the Patreons. Hello, Patreons. I just refreshed the page. There we go. Thank you so much to Keith. Thank you to Webster. Thank you to George W. Bush. Thank you to Alistair the Hyena. Thank you to Pinstamon, Thawcade, Quaddle, Bogey Bravo, Blue Pack Wolf, Argo, Mighty Halfman, Amberion, Zombie Brains, Loriathia, Landon Yeen, Sycamore, Heartless Hero, Pip the Badger, Rays, Fio Firefox, Corlinar, Kai Quinn, Carnelian Fox, and Steam Pony and Ankara. So thankful that you guys have been here this whole time. And yeah, we do have a story that did get cut. Well, kind of. It's like a 2-minute thing. But if you want to listen to that, you can check out the Patreon in the description below. And yeah, Landon, any parting words? Please make them quick. I have 6 minutes.
Watch out for bees.
Watch out for bees.
Watch out for bees.
Be careful.
Be good.
That's the name of the episode.
Be careful. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Ruby.
Rubies.
To be
Bees
fair,
nuts.
though, that's like the last thing we talk about.
God. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
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 Bye.